And then from work group perspective, all you really need is a browser. So in these days of technology, every computer has a browser, so as long as you have a scanner or some sort of electronic file, you will be able to import or scan into workgroup directly. So you don't necessarily need a scanner, but you have an electronic version, you will be able to import it. So not much of a technology investment per se. Really should be able to leverage existing infrastructure, and those are the primary purpose of creating workgroup, is to make minimal investment on technology. So we can take another question here. How did the MOE convince their people to go forward with the work group? I think it's, as Melissa alluded to in the presentation, the people and the process. So I guess they engaged their people and reassigned work and to more productive work and process changes as well that were done internally. Again, this is some information that we can share after the fact with you. Good question. So coming in, can you see the recommendations made in the work group in redaction, or do you need to toggle between the two applications? Yes. No, you can see. You can. That is the whole objective of the work group. So as you make recommendations in work group, those recommendations are directly visible or viewable in the redaction application. So it's a single document that is being viewed by an analyst at the main office, and the OPI who's providing recommendation, or the SME who's providing recommendations. So any more questions, Melissa?
Yeah, we've got a couple more. Do the workgroup users have access to all the requested information, or just the one specific in their tasks?
So that's another really good question. Only users who have access to. So this is again. So this work group works on the principle that you should only see what your privileges do. So obviously, you can only see search requests that were assigned to you by the work group administrator. Or that could be somebody sitting in the head office, or somebody who is the local level who is responsible for reassigning the search request or document retrieval request.
Okay. This looks like the last question. How much training is required for workgroup?
Not much, actually. As I mentioned, this is a pretty lightweight application. There's not a whole lot of going on here. It's meant to be simple, given the a typical profile of an OPI, an officer at the OPI, whose responsibilities primarily is to be able to get a document in as quickly as possible into the system and start reviewing it or providing recommendations. So not much of a training required. We do offer training. We'll be able to set it up, at a different conversation. We do offer training. It's more of a train-a-trainer kind of concept where, we'll train one and they can go in turn train others, but not a whole lot. It's a half-a-day training course that we offer.
Okay. So that looks like that's all the questions that we had today. Move on to the next slide. So I hope you really enjoyed today's presentation. I know that we did. I hope you also gained some insights on how you can use automation in your operation, and hope we showed you how to use collaborative technologies to streamline businesses, green your operations and processes, and cut costs. So to download the Ministry of Environment case study, you can go to the address provided here on the slide.
So I just want to mention that some of the questions that you ask, answers to those questions can be obtained in this case study document we have put on our website.
Okay. And also, if you have further questions, please contact myself, and I can answer that question or forward it on to the appropriate person. And you can reach me at mclow@privasoft.com or 866-764-1696, extension 4108. So again, I want to thank you for attending today's session. Bye, everyone.
Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Bye.